How we going, folks? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin and welcome to another episode of Panteracast. I'm joined as ever by my brother from another mother, my hetero life mate, the source of all my joy and frustration. How are you, Luke?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. We're looking forward to this one.
Yeah. It's Friday, folks. You've made it. The weekend is here. So
Friday the 13th at that.
grab a beer because
Or
tonight we
some
are taking
or
over
some
this town.
Oasis. Or some Oasis. Because some of us are straight edge.
The second greatest band to come out of England.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Oh, you didn't bite. You didn't bite. But yeah, we made it. We made it to the to new Pantera.
To the to the debut album.
To the debut album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, where do we start? Really?
Well, he's still called Diamond at this point.
Yep.
This is Diamond Darrell. I think this is his last works as Diamond Darrell, actually.
So this is the end of the era, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. And it is. It is an end of an era for a lot of this is a pivotal album in so many ways. And not only I'm going to throw it out there straight off, this is my favorite Pantera album.
That's surprising. I wouldn't. A lot of people, this is their favorite Pantera album, and
Yeah,
I understand why. But I'm surprised it's yours. Yeah.
yeah. No, it's my favorite. It was my first, which generally holds a lot of sway with me. But it's a unique album. Nothing else sounds like this. No other band, no other album, no other Pantera album
True.
sounds like this. As this mix of classic heavy metal, thrash, and what was to become
Hmm.
from 92 onwards. Groove metal. This is it. This is the first. This is groove metal.
Yeah, this is the it's a unique album and it is sort of the missing piece in the puzzle because it does
It
seem
is.
to bridges all the genres and it also bridges the eras.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. As I say, it's such a unique album, and
And we can make claims about any bands. You can go like how many bands have done this and how many bands done that, but how many bands legitimately now and I'm gonna enjoy it, bashing Pantera haters for the next. How many albums we got now? Six? Is it six albums? Five?
this is fifth.
No, how many have we got left?
Oh, sorry.
Six. Reinventing the
Four,
Steel, Seven Train
four,
Kill.
four studio, one live,
Yeah.
and a best
Drilling
of that's got unreleased tracks on it. So there's,
odds and sods, but yeah, right. So we've got about
yeah,
five or 6 weeks.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because fuck you, you trendy wankers. Like you either weren't there or you're
The
trying to
view
rewrite history.
the
And
viewership is going down.
well, why was
Don't
you
want them.
watching in the first
Don't want them.
place?
Yeah,
But
fuck off.
how many bands come out and make the old guard take note and go,
Yeah,
fuck, we've got to get our shit together?
yeah.
How many bands give the original what's the get no the old guard? Let's just say the old guard.
Yeah,
How many bands make the old guard go? I'm irrelevant. I need to.
yeah.
You
Well,
know,
this album changed thrash metal,
you
didn't it?
grow up mimicking these people, and these people started mimicking you.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at Rob Halford. Look at
Oh,
Paul
fucking
Diano.
hell, yeah, yeah.
Look at the look how many bands. If they didn't go full, look at thrash metal. Thrash metal, where there's
Yeah,
a
like I
fork
say,
in the
this
road.
this
We can
changed thrash metal.
we can either go
Overkill, Creator,
down the
they all
Metallica route,
changed. Yeah, yes,
or
yeah. Like you say, yeah, they had no
we can
choice, did
go
they?
down the groove.
Thrash was done. This album was this and Arise was like the pinnacle of it, and they, like you say, they either had to do what Metallica did, which was completely reinvent the wheel, or they had to do what Overkill did, what Creator did, was down tune and slow down.
Yeah, and
What can fucking say
and
it did it?
Overkill. There's a box set. The whole middle section of Overkill's career is.
Yeah.
But we're going to get to
Well,
Overkill.
yeah, like I
Um,
say, you know my thoughts on that Overkill album
um,
from the Underground and Below.
that's it. I was going to say I can see the cover, but I can't remember the
Yeah,
title.
it's my favourite album of theirs.
It's a common favourite of people's though. I mean, if you go type in like top 10 Overkill albums or Overkill ranking, I don't really like ranking videos to be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah,
and I'm not interested in doing any myself. But it's often it's at least in the top five.
it's
You
mad.
know, it's
Because
always
you know me,
mentioned.
I'm not a massive Overkill fan. Obviously, I appreciate them and I'll dip in and out. But but no, for hardcore Overkill fans, that's quite mad.
Yeah, I did a retrospective on Overkill, and it was in three parts.
Yeah, I mean,
They've done like 100 albums,
yeah,
and but yeah, and this, there is just there's something for everyone on this album,
yeah.
and
And see what we
there's
talk. We've gone off on a tangent already because this is what this album does. Changed the fucking. It changed the landscape.
yeah, and re-listening to it this week,
Oh,
I can hear echoes on those four albums. I always thought it was quite weird. Excuse me. The how there is just this sudden leap, this sudden change.
yeah,
But no, in a lot of these riffs, a lot of it is mainly just down to the thickness of the guitar and the production.
yeah. Getting a good.
Some of those riffs do sound quite like Cowboys from Hell could easily have been a Motley Crue song. In all fairness,
Yeah,
on those first two albums, you know, the first two Motley Crue albums are a very different beast to
yeah, they are. Yeah,
you know, um, or something like that, something along those lines. It wouldn't have been. It's a heavier version of it, but you know, just like I showed you that album with the band doing power metal in the vulgar display,
yes,
I
yeah,
think you could do Cowboys from Hell and do it in the style of. I mean, I'm sure if you did it like AI, you know,
yeah.
Cowboys from
Hey,
Hell
I bet I do it.
in the style of Van Halen or in the style of Motley
Yeah,
Crue or Rat, Sunset Strip, should we say? The
yeah.
I
Cock rock,
think
whatever you want to
definitely,
call it.
yeah, yeah, definitely,
But
and the
no, I
way
mean
those vocal.
it's where start. I mean, and I want to throw the for it. It's going to come up, but the Exhorder debate.
Are we gonna? Yeah, should we get that done and out of
Yeah,
the
I
way?
mean,
Yeah.
I've thing is, I've never really listened to Exhorder. Obviously, I listened to Slaughter in the Vatican fucking like 1,000 years ago, and I was like, fucking hell, yeah. But listening to it, I listened to it last night after I've been thrashing the shit out of this album for like a solid week and a half. I listened to Slaughter in the Vatican, and I was like, what the fuck are people talking about? Musically, there's no similarities whatsoever. Slaughter in the Vatican sounds like bad thrash. The only thing for me is the only thing that's been tea leafed or fucking copied or whatever is the vocal style.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say the exact
Phil,
same thing.
because if you listen to the
Oh, up there,
demos
I ain't
on
going all the way up there.
if you
Yeah.
listen to the demos on Cowboys from Hell, you listen to Phil's vocal delivery,
Hmm.
compare it to the album, way different. And that different. What's the guy from Exhausted name? Is it Kyle?
Carl Thomas.
Yeah, it's Phil has loved his vocal style, and Phil has taken influences from him and used some of that in
If
his
you look at
vocals.
live material, sorry, if you go on YouTube and look at live material from that era as well, yeah, Carl looks like a very like a young Phil Anselmo.
Right, yeah. So Phil's obviously been influenced by him. Same way, I mean, I ain't been funny. I mean, fucking
Phil
Richard Black
Anselmo.
got all his shit stolen by Axl Rose.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we could go on all day. Like
Yeah,
Liam Gallagher nicked everything from Ian Brown,
yeah.
the hair, the swagger, and all that.
But
Um,
everyone's saying that musically Pantera lifted. They stole Exalder's career. That's bullshit.
bullshit,
Absolute
bullshit.
bullshit. And
Yeah, but
like we said, the band have even fucking acknowledged
yeah,
it. And
and the band will be the first to say it.
yeah,
They
we didn't write Walk.
Yeah, we didn't
That's
write
why
well.
Pantera had a better career
We
than us. Yeah,
we didn't work as hard as them,
yeah,
and even if they did, so what? Good luck to
yeah,
them. Is
exactly.
generally the the. I was just looking just in case I got his name wrong. I always second doubt myself when I'm recording. Yeah, Cole Thomas. Yeah, Cole
Yeah,
Thomas. I've even seen him on a podcast, and he's sitting there like I am looking at you now, and he moves the camera, and then on the wall is Far Beyond Driven gold disc, and he's like, "That's Phil's. That's the one they gave
yeah,
Phil. That's Phil's very own gold disc, and he gave it to me. So there is no like, and I can't quote the guy, but I can paraphrase, and he's basically just like, I don't think. Carl Thomas said, "I've known Phil since Phil was a teenager,
yeah,
and he used to come to Exhorder shows all the time. And Phil was a fucking metalhead through and through since day
yeah,
one. Was he sitting there taking notes and studying and thing? And probably, yeah.
yeah,
What? Where's the crime in that?
yeah. What?
And
I mean, I fucking do it when I go and see band. I'll go and watch the
yeah,
drummer. You
and
take
it's just
notes.
like,
You
look,
try
if
and
if someone
it's,
influenced by me went on to be the fucking
yeah,
biggest band in the world, then fucking
yeah,
great. Like
exactly. Yeah,
even better because we didn't,
yeah.
but someone influenced by us did.
Yeah,
Great. Like
that's it.
and yeah, I think the only similarity is between Phil and Kyle. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's where it comes from. Because, like I say, listen to the demos. Phil's still singing with his Judas Priest, Rob Alford esque high vocals,
Mm.
but they're really high. There's no there's no grit. There's no bottom end. But if you listen to the album versions of the songs, you've now got that Carl Sanders influence, and you can tell there's a bit of balls in it, and not so
Cole
much.
Sanders is from Nile, by the way.
Yeah, well, fuck. Carl, what's his name?
Cole Thomas.
Carl Thomas. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but it's like that's where it begins and ends.
Yeah, I mean, I think Vinny Labella. I mean, Exhorder were from New Orleans as well, and I
Yeah,
think
that's
the
it.
New Orleans metal scene, which I think is quite a,
We know it's tight knit, don't we? And
it's
inbred and all the
tight
rest of
knit, and
it.
it does. I
Super
think
groups and
you
friends and
do
all
ever
that.
get a bit. Yeah, there's a
And I
lot of
mean inbred in the
underrated
nicest
stuff,
possible way as well.
like bands like Acid Bath, Crowbar.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I Hate God, and I think Dimebag. You know, don't steal from anyone. That's the saying, isn't it? Don't steal from anyone, steal from everyone.
Yeah.
And I think Dimebag, he,
Oh, but
I think he
he'd be
nicked a
like a
little bit.
sponge, wouldn't
Yeah, he was a sponge. He nicked a little bit of everything from everything he heard. And I think when Phil came to the band, I think he would have shown him some New Orleans
Oh, of
bands.
course he would. Yeah, it would have opened his mind,
And
wouldn't it?
New Orleans has got, it's seeped in blues as well. And I think there's a swing and a
Yeah,
swagger
there
and a
is. Yeah,
groove that comes from New Orleans that the metal bands applied
yeah,
because
yeah.
they
There
grew
was.
up around it. And Vinny, what did I say his name? Vinny Labella.
Yeah,
Um, he says that there's just something from this area that we this just in us. So
yeah.
yeah, maybe he took some pointers, but I think he was taking pointers from everyone at that
Of
because
course he was.
metal was
He
going
was
through an
soaking it up, wasn't he?
evolution anyway.
Soaking it up.
But yeah. So let's in summary. Phil inspired by Cole Thomas, yes. Overall, the sound, no.
No.
Um, and the bands themselves have even said no.
Yeah,
And even if they did, they never wrote songs as good as fucking Hostile, Walk,
yeah,
etc. And even if they did, we don't mind. So
yeah.
yeah. Can we put it to bed? No, because you never let it go to bed, will you? You'll keep bringing it up over and over
Yeah, that's
again,
it. Yeah.
just like you all obsess over the big four. And if the big four wasn't the big four, who do you think the big four should be? Who would the big five be? Who should be them? Fuck off. Yeah, it's not the Exodus are better than Slayer. Exodus are better than Metallica. It's like it's not the best four. It's the big four.
Yeah, the one.
It's
Yeah,
the four
exactly.
best selling. Who
Yeah,
would be the big five? Testament or it'll be Testament. But
Testament.
Exodus,
Yes,
it doesn't matter if you think Exodus are better than Testament. Testament
it's
sell
facts, isn't
more
it?
tickets and more
Exactly.
records. That's why Testament always headline. So it's the big five. So
Yeah.
it would be Testament. It's metalers. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No. Anyway, less viewers, the better. I don't want
yeah.
anyone to
That's
watch this.
it. Yeah, we're watching it ourselves now.
But
But like you cropped on it earlier with this going back to the album about the production. Obviously the old man Jerry had guided them through, but we'll never know. It might have been a case of whether he went, boys, I've taken you as far as I can go. If you want to go big, you need a big time producer, or whether the label said, fuck the old man off. Mind you, I think if they'd have said that, they would have told the label to go fuck themselves, to
I
be
think
honest.
if
So I think this was the
I think
first
if
one.
he thought he had I think look, there's a lot of the man wasn't stupid,
No,
and there's no wiser man than goes this as far as I go.
exactly.
You know, there's no dumber man. You know the man that doesn't need to read instructions.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
guy that just goes, I ain't got a fucking clue what I'm doing. Get him to do it. Like
yeah,
I'd rather you do it than me fuck it up. There's
yeah,
nothing. A wise man does that, and I think in his background, in his know-how, he was probably a bit long in the tooth at the time as well. Technology was
yeah,
changing, methods were
exactly. Yeah,
changing. He's gone. I can get you. I've got you this far, but where you're going and what you think, you need someone who's more suited to the times.
yeah,
He may even just retired. You don't know.
yeah. That's it. You're gone.
But
Yeah, fuck you. I've had enough because he was a musician before that, wasn't
yeah, but there's two main albums that did influence the guitar style.
he? Yeah, one of
Um,
them. One of them is Overkill, isn't it? I think.
yeah, we presented two albums to Terry Date, and he went, "This is I want my guitar sounding." So you got the Years of Decay by
Yeah.
Overkill, and this was the last album they did as a four piece. And I just got to get the guy's name up just so I don't fuck it up. Oh, they Gustafon, but what's his name? Bobby Gustafon. He did so Overkill were a four piece for the first four albums, and this was his last album.
Yeah.
Um, the next album was Horoscope, and they became a five piece. It's so good he needed two guitarists to replace him. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is an awesome album. And the first album by King's X, Out of the Silent Planet, which will surprise a lot of people because this isn't. It's
King's X are fucking. They're mental. They are. They are fucking. They're on another. They are on another fucking planet, man.
they're fucking amazing band.
Oh yeah. Talk about musos. Fuck.
Yeah, you've got well, basically you mix these with Stuck Mojo and you've got Seven Dust.
Yeah.
It's the but like they're just fucking great songwriters. They
Yeah.
they're one of those bands as well that aren't limited to a genre or a
Yeah. They'll
subgenre
just.
or
Yeah.
anything. They just do what they do. And but there's something about the sounds on this because it's like it with the later Rush albums as well. It's like this isn't heavy, but it's big.
Yeah.
It's
There's weight.
there's weight to it.
It's
Yeah,
weight.
great. There's
Without
like
an album without weight sounds like peace of mind.
this album opens with this a bit of feedback. You kind of get like you see the desert and there's like a heat wave where it's all
Yeah.
blurry.
Yeah.
It conjures up that, and then this it's like oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but it's not boom. It's not
Yeah. No.
heavy, but it's just
It's weight.
yeah.
You can
And
feel
then
it.
yeah, and yeah, it's in Rex's autobiography. He said, "Yeah, we listened to this album to death when we
Yeah.
was in the when we was in the van. We listened to that album over and over again."
Yeah.
And
And that's what Terry Date brings. He gives weight.
yeah,
But he
I
was
wonder
second
did he
choice, wasn't
was he? No, this was produced by Sam Taylor. Oh, that's why Terry Date produced Years of Decay. That's it.
he? Yeah.
Yeah. So Terry Date I think was picked over this, and I think he went, "What you did on that album, do for me, but
So
also check this out."
he was second choice, wasn't he?
Who was first?
Max Norman, Ozzy Osbourne fame, and who would later go on to do Countdown to Extinction and Euthanasia.
Oh right, okay. Oh
But he
well,
apparently he was up for it, and he flew out to see them play live before he sort of signed on the line. He was like, "Yeah, fuck, I'll do this." And then you know we was talking about earlier, George Lynch,
yes.
Lynch Mob came in and said, "Here's more money, do our album."
Oh
And he
really?
said, "Yeah, all right, see you later, guys, I'm off."
Right. Well,
And as luck would have it, that fucking Lynch Mob debut album, Wicked Sensation, is one of my favourite albums of all time. So out of all of this, I fucking win. Because I get a
well,
great album from Lynch Mob and I get Terry Date producing Pantera, man.
well. You get a
Fucking
double win
yes.
because all the stars are aligning tonight. Have you ever heard of KXM?
No.
So I'll show you this one because it's the band actually on the cover.
All right, yeah.
George Lynch, Doug Pinnock from King's X, and the guy that now drums in Kong.
Oh, Ray Luzio.
Yeah, Ray Lucy on drums,
Yeah, he's a fucking animal.
Doug Pinnock on vocals and bass, and
Yeah.
George Lynch on guitar.
I don't know Doug Pinnock, but I'm assuming because Ray Luzio is a fucking animal. George Lynch is a savage, so I'm assuming he's a boss as well.
Yeah, man, he's like just like that John from you know, you've got a soul singer
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
rock band. That if you went right, King's X, Seven Dust, that would be if I summed both bands up in a sentence. They're
yeah,
just different generations. Yeah, you've got a soul singer with
yeah.
with a heavy band, and oh, fucking wire. I'll tell you one thing actually, because you're into your groove. Your best one to start with that I think you might like is Groove Machine on this? Yeah, check out Dogman.
All right. Yeah, so I've never really, King's X sort of passed me by. Obviously, I know they are, but just never landed on my radar, really.
In fact, do you know what? The best, do you know, if you wanted to get into King's X, oh, it's not on here because it's a DVD. Yeah, Tapehead is another good album. Again, big groove album.
Yeah.
Tapehead. That is literally the singer with a roll of
Wrapped
tape,
around in tape.
just completely wrapped in tape. Yeah,
There you go.
and but they did a live album live in London, recorded in the Electric Ballroom. That's a pretty much one-stop shop, to be honest.
Yeah.
Good as place as any to start. But yeah, King's X are where it's at, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
no, I'll check them out
Anyway,
properly.
this is Panteracast.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Uh,
Should we get there? Well, so now we're here, haven't we? All this has been building up. Like I say, we've discussed the did they steal the sound bollocks? We've discussed the producer. So I think the only thing left to do is let's talk about the songs because without the songs, it ain't worth the fucking time of day.
yeah, I'm just showing stuff off here. I mean, is this the best album cover ever or the worst? You
It's
tell me.
both, isn't it?
Um, I think that is just the fucking coolest photo as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
This is on the Cowboys from Hell home video,
yeah,
and yeah, it's just surely, you know, being in bands, you know, it's like you're doing your set, and live shots are always the best shots, you know,
oh, of course they are. Yeah, man.
and there is nothing better than when you get a particular photo and you just someone's just caught, you know, the band, whatever,
Oh
just in
yeah.
that perfect,
I've
and it's
got a
like
few
you
of
know when
them
you
from
just
back in the
go.
day. Yeah,
You just go, that just sums the band up in one photo there. That's going in the booklet. And
yep,
yeah, when whoever took that, they
yeah. It's mental, isn't it?
nailed it, you know. But right, let's get into the songs then.
Well,
Cowboys from Hell, the
it's
title track.
it's all about that riff, and it is it one of the greatest riffs of all time. I'll fight anyone who says it ain't. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's up there. It's in the conversation.
It's everything you want from a great riff because it's
Yep,
instantly recognizable. I mean,
yep.
again, you know, it's like when I remember when what's his name? The drummer from Twisted Sister died. the drummer that was so good that
Can't remember his name.
Michael Portnoy is like he's one of Michael Portnoy's favorite drummers, and they're like, how did you? They Michael Portnoy left, and DD was it DD something? Put it in the comments, folks, and I've got to zoom in just to get this thing
Get your
focused because it's
blur
getting on
out.
my
Yeah,
nerves.
yeah.
Um, yeah, Michael Portnoy was in Adrenaline Mob, and he took over. And they're like, how are we going to go from Mike Portnoy to the drummer from Twisted Sister? And Mike Portnoy went, "Do not be deceived. This guy's an animal."
Yeah, yeah.
And he went, "You tell me, right? You can fucking talk about the best drummers till you're blue in the face. How many drummers?" I can't do the fucking. Just that drum. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that's a drummer who can the distinctive riff. And when you, I categorically remember the first time I heard Cowboys from Hell, and I felt like I already knew it. And that's what I'm basically getting at. When a song that even the first time you hear it, you kind of already know it. You know exactly where this is going, and you instantly recognise that riff, and you never forget it ever again.
Yeah.
As soon as you hear that,
Oh,
you know,
it's an amazing
it's
riff, isn't it?
on.
I mean,
And you don't, and you know what? You don't even need the introduction. You could just edit that out and cut straight to the
yep,
drums.
yep.
You know,
It's that intro though, because they were talking about Rex said that loop that starts it, da, 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 just the guitar
yeah,
looping. He said Diane would do that in practice and on the bus, and it would drive us fucking crazy to the
just
point where we wanted like say fucking like stop it. But he did it and did it and did it, and obviously it's iconic. And I remember Scott Ian saying in an interview once, the first time he heard Cowboys from Hell, the song, he said he was in the club or something or at a venue and it was on, and he's like, "What the fuck is this? The old needle's stuck." And he
mm,
was about to go over to the guy and say, "Your fucking needle's stuck, mate." And then it kicked in with the riff, and he was like, he said he just fucking stood there with his mouth open. And this is Scott Ian. This is one of the finest rhythm guitar players in metal. The guy who invented that stomped the thrash king. And he was like, "Fuck, man, this riff is it's on another level." And he said like, and that is that riff. I mean, all these riffs we've listened to for the last four albums, they've been all right, they've been good, they've been but nothing has been memorable. And then he comes
yeah,
out with this. It's like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah. It's again, I said it. I mean, it's technically, is this a debut album? That's the debate, you know,
Pantera call it their debut album, don't they?
right? Because do you remember what was we talking about? I was talking about an album, debut albums. The mark of a great debut album is that as soon as that song kicks in, everything is before it just instantly became irrelevant,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's what Pantera did. They
Oh
they
fuck
just
yeah,
cleared
yeah.
the table and went, yeah, we're
Yep.
here now. You know,
It was literally, wasn't it? That riff is them walking in and going,
yeah, we're taking over
swiping it
this
all off.
town. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And the lyrics, only Phil would have the bollocks to write lyrics like that because, all right, it's about, Wild West and all that shit, but it's a fucking metaphor for, like you say, here we are.
yeah,
What are you going to fucking do? You nut up or you fuck off.
yeah.
And
And the most like the most inventive stuff, and it is like a sign to come because he really did mess about with his riffs later on. Again, we talk about that
oh,
technical
yeah,
thrash, technical death, but
yeah.
some of the stuff he would do later on,
Oh, he
he
was out
doesn't
of his
get credit.
fucking mind, mate. I mean,
And that little bit in the middle, that
yeah,
you know,
yeah. The pinched harmonics, man. I mean, it was.
yeah.
He was.
But
I
that riff would what makes that riff? It's because of Vinnie Paul's drums. You
oh
know
yeah, it's
him.
it's the brothers locking in, and let's not discount our Rex Rocker because he rumbled along like never before thanks to Terry Day. His bass, fuck's sake. I mean, that
Oh,
man for five albums, that man had a bass tone that would make you cry. You'd sell your granny for it.
he's the underrated bass player, really,
Oh,
isn't he?
he's
I mean,
he's, he's
he's never brought
solid as
up in top tens,
fuck.
and that's another thing that sort of pissed me off is when Pantera reformed. It was like, yeah, well, you got Phil, you got Zach. No one really gives a shit about Rex though. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
you got
whatever.
Connor. Rex was the. It's like,
No,
tell me you don't know what you're talking
no,
about
exactly.
by
Yeah,
letting me
and
know.
that's
Yeah.
it because it's like Rex has been in the band since note one of song one,
Mm.
way back in Projects in the Jungle. This is Rex's fucking band as much as it was Dime or Vinny's. And like I said, it ain't Pantera that you love without Phil. So why shouldn't they fucking carry it on?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they fuck off.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I had mixed feelings. Even the like the thing of even before it became a thing. Because I remember when they were first talking about it, they said it should be a 5 piece, and it should be Kerry King and Zach Wild.
no, Kerry
Um,
King ain't fit to string Dime's guitar. Talk about an overrated
Me
guitarist.
personally, I don't even think Zach Wild should be doing it. I think it should be Rich Wald. There's a
Yeah,
something you
yeah.
can put
No,
in your
Rich
pipe and
Wald is
smoke.
he's a savage player, and we
Yeah.
both see eye to eye on that. I know.
But here is the thing, right? We are never going to review this album. Um, I saw something recently with Chad Gray. You know, hell yeah, he's now
Yeah, yeah.
back. He's doing Mudvayne again,
Back in my vein. Yeah,
and he said like I've got mixed feelings. I can't lie. He went because me as the fan of Pantera, I want to go. He went, but I knew Vinny,
yeah.
Vinny,
Obviously, it
and
was still raw with Vinny, wasn't it?
he said like he went literally every single interview, every single one without fail, every time. Will you ever get back with Pantera? Will you do the Pantera reunion? That guy got asked it every single day, and every
Yeah,
day he was forced. He just simply said, "My brother's dead," and he said he never lost his temper. He kept it cool, but it must have weighed down on him.
oh, of course, yeah, yeah.
And I can see, outside the thing, if I was Vinny, I wouldn't want nothing to do with Phil.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I would have, and Vinny's obviously now no longer with us, and let's face it, Vinny died of a broken heart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it just
Um,
took its time to come
and
face
yeah,
the
and
thing.
we all know this wouldn't be happening if Vinny was here still. And and a part of me was like, oh, I don't know, I don't know. And then I would just go, right, who the fuck do you think you're kidding? You're going to be
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I
You're
mean,
going to be at the
I
front
see him.
row, and
I see him twice in fucking 2 days.
yeah,
The last in February, and I was fucking. There was man tears, mate. I was welling up. It was fucking Pantera. You know, because from my point of view, yeah. I
oh, and
mean,
let me just say, if I was Vinny, I wouldn't want to talk to Phil. But if I was Phil, I would be, you know,
yes, yeah. Don't Phil.
exactly.
Phil fucking regrets. I've no doubt regrets majorly
It
what
doesn't
happened.
regret it more. He's well aware
And
of.
and, and when the tagline for this tour was it was for the brothers for legacy. It was for them.
Mm,
Him and Rex. It must fucking crush them how it ended.
yeah,
And looking back on it, they're crushed, mate. But why shouldn't they go out and do it? They're not
yeah.
doing it. It's not a cash grab. Fuck off.
So
Yeah,
what if
all
it
right.
is a cash grab? What?
You know what I
Where
mean?
is it? When is it? This is another thing. Why is it so? Why is it fucking practically illegal
To
for a
make money.
musician to make
Yeah,
money?
to make money. Yeah,
Everyone else is allowed to. None of
yeah,
these fucking high and mighty wankers say anything about actors.
yeah,
And look at the way actors act.
yeah,
Look,
yeah,
they're the ones that are fucking doing all sorts of fucking degenerate shit behind the fucking
yeah,
closed doors. They're constantly fucking lecturing us. They're the
yeah,
biggest hypocrites that walk the fucking face of the earth. You're all right when they go on a fucking strike and shut everything down. You know,
yeah,
like musicians give up everything.
yeah,
You know, to the point where it's not even so many great albums have never been recorded because it's just not fucking worth the time or effort.
yeah,
And people will do fucking 12 for 15 quid in a fucking coffee shop for two coffees without even
Yeah,
blinking an eye. But you
yeah.
fucking ask someone to buy a CD,
Right,
God
yeah, but pay a
forbid.
fiver for an album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is going to be a long night. But but yeah, it's so what? Like what? So he shouldn't be playing those songs then? No,
Yeah,
like
what a load of bullshit.
music doesn't work like that. And I would have a bit more patience if like right, okay, you should move on and do a different project, start a new band. Why don't you do something? All right, well, what has Phil not done anything new then?
He's done about 97 bands, hasn't he?
Yeah, like it's they form these new bands and no one goes to them.
Yeah,
No one goes to the show. No one buys it. So they have to do it
yeah,
because
that's it.
and I remember Pete Townsend saying something like a bit of a similar thing. He just said like a solo artist can do whatever they want. They can experiment all they want. They can go from change from album to album. They can bounce all over the place. When you're a band, and that's it. You are only ever allowed to make that band's music. He's like, when
Yeah,
we're the Who, we have to make a Who album.
yeah,
But when you're a solo artist, you can do what you like. He went, and I've never understood that. Why is a solo artist allowed to do whatever the hell they like? And it is like, and when a musician gets to an established point, it's like all you're allowed to do is play the hits.
yeah.
So you know, and Phil was playing Pantera stuff.
Oh, yeah, he went out with the illegals, didn't he? Did a
Yeah,
Pantera
and
set.
he was
Sold out.
playing in here. He played the Underworld.
Yeah, played it 2 nights in a row, didn't he? Sold it out.
Yeah, but
Yeah, if he was playing an illegal set, there'd have been about 17 people there.
yeah, yeah, and but put Pantera across the thing. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, and
And like you say, you get Rex back, who wrote,
but
helped
yeah, but
write
no
all the fucking
disrespect to
songs.
Rex, Zach, or Charlie. I don't think those songs would have been played any. They would have been played just as well. Excuse me.
They Phil and Rex picked, in my opinion. I mean, I'd never really thought about Rich Ward, but that's a good shout. But him aside, there's no other drummer and no other guitarist on the face of the earth who can play those songs the way they're playing them now. I mean, I can play most of Vinnie Paul's drum parts, yeah, but can I play them like Vinnie Paul? No, I fucking can't. It's night and day.
Yeah.
I could do a drum video of 5 minutes alone, or I'm broken, or whatever, and it'd be like, yeah, you're playing the parts right, but you're not playing it right. Charlie plays it right. Charlie gets the groove, gets the feel, gets the swing.
I think
Same with
Charlie
Zach.
got chosen as well because Charlie would have been the drummer that worked with Dimebag the most,
Yeah, well,
apart from Vinnie Paul, because
Dime
Vinnie,
was always fucking guesting on Anthrax albums.
yeah, he didn't guest on him, he played lead.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He was, yeah,
Yeah, like for those albums where they were a four piece, he was playing lead on them. So he was the drummer that worked with Vinnie the most, apart from,
yeah.
sorry, he was the drummer that
That
worked
worked
with
with Dime. Yeah,
Dimebag
yeah.
apart from Vinnie. So
And obviously
it makes sense.
Zach and Dime were boys, weren't they? So, and
Yeah.
as much as I don't like Zach, he's he's got chops for days. I mean, he's a player, and no one, in my opinion, could play him like they play him. And when everyone who's got Metallica tickets gets to see it, they'll see for themselves just how fucking good a show Pantera put on in 2025 or 2026. It will be.
Yeah, no, I'm gutted I didn't go to the things, but at the time I just didn't have the money to fork
Yeah,
out that much at
yeah.
that
It was
moment.
big money, but it was they were too fuck that show. That
I
first
can't
show,
buy
man.
one ticket either. I have to buy
Yeah,
four. So
yeah,
it was just
yeah.
like,
No, they were fucking phenomenal both nights, and I do not regret. I'd fuck it. I'd if they were playing tomorrow, I'd fucking go tomorrow.
yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
track
So
one.
track two.
Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, I mean, Cowboys
Oh,
from
that's
Hell.
what we're
It's
doing that for, though. We're just we're friends talking about metal.
exactly.
You, the audience, this is your show as well.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
drinking with me.
yeah,
Comment. chip
exactly.
in.
Yeah.
This is what the show's all about. It's
Even if it's just to say, shut the fuck up, get on, just talk about the songs.
yeah, well, plenty of people have said that to me in the past.
Yeah,
So
one of them or one of them helps the algorithm.
yep,
But if you put one of them, we'll block you.
yeah.
But yeah, so track two is fucking Primal Concrete Sledge. Bit of a weird one because it was the last song written for the album, wasn't it?
It's a odd times. Like I was really hitting me this week. Just like this is a weird song.
Yeah, it's fucked. But it was the
It's just
last one they wrote for the album. This
it's
is
just
yeah,
like you,
it's
are a
that drum
drummer,
part. It's that
yeah.
drum part that everybody thinks is just Vinny doing this on the hi hat and playing double kick. No, it fucking ain't that at all. Vinny's doing this all around the toms. If you watch the fucking, it's
There's
ridiculous
a
bit of drumming.
yeah. There's a Rush song as well that makes me wonder did he because Neil Peart was Vinnie Paul's favorite drummer. No, yeah, and I'm trying to think of the song. Oh, it doesn't matter now. Let's go. Let's move on. But there's a thing of it where it makes me think because Vinny, the Dimebag was endlessly just practicing along to Randy Rhoads
Yeah,
and Van Halen. Vinnie Paul was all about Neil Peart. He loved Rush, and Neil Peart. Neil Peart is your drummer's favorite drummer. If he isn't your
yeah,
favorite drummer, he's your favorite drummer's favorite
yeah.
drummer.
He's a monster.
And and I wonder. I'm trying to think of the fucking song. I can hear it.
Hold up,
I always have a.
fucking hell! All the shit's falling
He's being
down.
attacked.
Fucking hell! Even the fucking furniture's like, get on with it.
Eddie must disagree with me, but
Yeah.
but you know what's
Hold on,
this is a
crack on.
cool.
Carry on.
It's a cool song, but I prefer the live version. Is basically what I was going to say.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
pissed.
to be
It's on the
fair,
side.
I've never really cared for it. Um, I thought it was just too fucking weird.
No, I
But
love it. I love
I
it
like the bit.
because
Don't get me wrong. I like the bit when the toms stop and it kicks into the riff.
yeah, but it makes more sense
It's like,
on the footage live at Moscow.
oh fuck me, what a gig!
Yeah, this is primal concrete sled. And then when the song is played live, it's like, yeah, this makes sense now.
Yeah, it kicks in. But that riff, it that riff, we all know what riff we're talking about. When it kicks in, fuck's sake, and then he starts doing the triplets on the kick drums, monstrous. But like I said, it was the last song written for the album, so it's actually closer to Vulgar than it is to power metal.
Yeah,
And it's weird that it's track two. You mind you, it wouldn't have been a good ender, but it's weird because
yeah.
it stands out completely from the rest of the album. It's totally different.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny as well? That it's only two minutes.
Yeah,
I never realised that.
yeah, it's fuck all really.
Yeah,
Just a short, sharp shock.
like that slamming, the way it just drops in the middle. Like,
Oh, don't fuck's sake!
you
That's
know.
just violence, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Pure
funny that it's
violence.
the last track that was written for the album because it is a
Yeah,
sign of things to come. Let's carry on then with Psycho Holiday again.
Psycho Holiday. Yeah, really, really,
That machine gun and then just
yeah,
it's just
yeah. In
it's fucking awesome.
Vinnie Paul being innovative on the drums with the double kick because it's double kick, but it's double kick, Jim, but not as we know it, as they would say in Star Trek, because it's like it's a the sort of thing Nico would play on one pedal, the doubles, but he's doing it on the kick on double kick. But it's such a good riff, and Phil's vocals, man. I mean, they are fucking like I say, they've now gone from being completely Rob Halford to being Rob Halford, but with balls.
To me, it's fit Rob Halford, mate. This chorus is Vince Neil.
Yeah,
Now I'm
yeah,
far from
fucking hell.
home, spending time alone.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And again, Vince Neil, that guy gets a lot of shit
Oh no,
nowadays, but
in the day, mate. He
that
was a
guy,
killer.
Yeah, he was fucking awesome, man. And
Forget the Vince Neil we know about now.
yeah, but again, he's the one in Motley Crue I'd have a beer with. All the rest of them are all up their own arse, you know. I bet Mick Mars has got some stories. I bet he'll be
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
but Vince is the fun one.
yeah,
And that guy's been to fucking hell and back. Like, yeah, don't judge someone unless you walked a fucking mile in their shoes.
yeah. That's it.
Guys, he's been through, well, literally hell. And but yeah, back in the day, man, he was the fucking coolest guy in the guy that he was. I can't say it because it's YouTube, but Vince Neil, that guy that was on Looks That Kill.
Yeah,
But he was a good vocalist back in the day as well. It's so easy to shit on people nowadays, but
yeah.
you're standing on the shoulders of giants, guys, and
Mhm.
that this has got that dirty, pervy.
Oh yeah, it is.
Now I'm far from
It's attitude.
home, spending time alone. You know,
It's all about fucking drinking, isn't it?
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's about jolly boys outing, isn't it? It's
yeah,
about it's a psycho holiday. It's it's the football hooligans in Barcelona. It's apply
yeah,
it to whatever you
yeah.
want,
Apply it wherever you want. Yeah, yeah,
It's about being on tour and living it up, I guess.
yeah,
But yeah, but it's such a good chorus. It's such a good chorus, and everything about this is just it's the heaviest riffs, the heavy, but then just the most memorable choruses. And as much as I love what comes after it, there is something that's left behind on this album, and this album is, it's special. But yeah, that's my thing on Psycho Holiday, and it's got a
yeah,
pretty cool video too.
yeah, yeah.
So, are we done?
Yeah, it's like holiday. Yeah, it's a fucking we're 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 funneling along quite obviously. We've had one of the all-time classics to open the album. You've had a glimpse at the future for track two, bit of an odd one, but and then you've had Psycho Holiday. It's never going to bother a best of, but it's just a fucking solid slab of this prototype metal that we're seeing.
Mate, if I'm going to see Pantera next year, and if they broke into Psycho Holiday, my head,
Yeah, the pit would explode, wouldn't it?
my head would just fall off. I'd just be
Yeah,
like, and then just boom, and I'd be walking around trying to find my head. Yeah, it's that the way the song just kicks in is that
yeah,
that alone is worth
yeah.
the
It's a great
admission
riff. Yeah.
price. But yeah,
Right,
I
we
can't
roll
wait,
in.
man.
We roll into a fucking.
Rolling,
This is
rolling,
just a
rolling,
pure
rolling.
fucking banger, mate.
Right,
Heresy.
a question for you. Two
Go on.
words. Van Halen. Ding, 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 ding. Is
Yeah, I
that a
mean
bit of
it's yeah, yeah. I know any sort of thing like that. It's just a weird one, but it's him thinking outside the box.
yeah,
When have you heard this on a thrash metal album? Never. They're just redefining the genre as we speak with every song that goes forward.
yeah, and that opening
And when it kicks
that is
in,
just pure thrash as well, isn't it?
oh,
Yeah,
well, yeah, when it kicks in, it's just a fucking million miles an hour. And the demo's even faster.
yeah,
They slowed it down for the album. It's like fuck, but it's fucking mental live. If you watch the live footage on home video or listen to the live on the deluxe album from the Foundations Forum, it's a fucking million miles an hour. I don't know how they play it. Absolutely savage.
we'll get to the live of tracks. Yeah, are we
Yeah.
gonna? How are we gonna
Oh
do
yeah,
this?
I want to sort of thing with him. Yeah, as we this, we'll get there. But I mean, this is a fucking great song, beginning to end. Great lyrics and just a totally different lyrics to what we're used to hearing from Pantera, isn't it? This ain't about drinking. This ain't about cowboys. This ain't about love or fucking driving cars or whatever. This is about world view in the 90s.
Hmm.
Here we are in a world of corruption. Human nature is a violent breed. What an opening line.
Yeah, yeah, it's the way it's always been and the way it always
Yeah,
will be.
that's it. And when he the two times when they drop all the music so Phil can really make his point known. First time round, it's their fucking decision. And the second time for the fucking utterly immortal so they can lick my sack.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I wince when I hear that now.
If you listen to the demo though, it's so
You can
they can
kiss my
kiss my
ass, yeah.
ass.
And I think
Yeah.
kiss my ass would probably be a bit more of an immortal line, but the lick my sack is I don't know, man.
But
It's just
that's Phil being Phil though, isn't it? You
yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
it's the pussy tight in it from the last album. It's that was like a oh yeah, the old days are still with us, isn't it? And I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just like I remember when there's a couple of times really. A couple of times when a band's like sort of I've watched an interview when they're reflecting on a certain album. And I remember when Seven Dust did the first album in full. They've done the first five albums now. No, four albums. Did they do next? They did next on one of those live stream things, didn't they? But they've been doing the whole thing where they've been playing albums live and full.
Yeah.
And Lajon was saying the funny thing about doing the first album, it might have been Home as well. He said it's funny because we've been playing songs that haven't been well, not the first album, but certain songs haven't probably haven't been played before, or certainly haven't been played for a long time.
Yeah.
So listening to these songs, like playing, singing these words again, and taking note of these words is like I would never write lyrics like this now.
That's it.
Right?
But
It's
it
funny because
encapsulates
he's
the
like
period of time, doesn't it?
I don't recognize that person anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm not that, which is how you should be, by the
Hmm.
way.
Yeah.
You you
It's
know
like fucking D Snyder, isn't
if
it?
your
When he said
favorite whatever or if your outlook on it, like if you completely agree with yourself,
20 years ago.
yeah, then you
Yeah.
haven't grown.
No, that's it.
You know.
It's like D Snyder, isn't it? When he said, "Oh, I'm fucking singing here, I'm not going to take it, but I'm sitting here by my, I'm sitting by my swimming pool." You know?
Well, nowadays he's saying we are going to take it, but we're not going to go
Yeah,
into
yeah,
that. But bite the pillow and take it. But yeah, that's the only thing. When he goes, so you can lick my. He could. It's such a thing because there's a point, and he makes that. It's just that one line where it's just him. It's like you could make that point so much better now. Like I just think, I just it's as a 40-year-old listening to an album list that I would have recorded at 19, going, so you can lick my. I just think, oh, for fuck's sake. Because
yeah. The thing
no,
is,
no, no. Do you know what? Do you know why I wince? Is because I probably would have said that. You know?
yeah, because it's no apologies, isn't it? Back then, you're like, no,
Yeah,
fuck you.
yeah,
I don't agree with you. This is me, and he's like, get on your fucking knees, and
yeah.
you know,
But
who's to say you don't feel the same? They don't play it live no more.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
they've played it live since 1990. So
Have they not? Fucking hell.
I don't
This
think so. I mean, I
this
could
is
be
the
mistaken. Setlist FM will tell us.
yeah. Well, this is
Um,
the thing. I mean, I hope the more they tour, the more they dive
they
into the
might.
catalog.
They have
But
changed it. They do. They have changed it up recently. So
oh yeah, no,
before,
without a shadow of a doubt.
so
Yeah,
they've mixed
it
and
seems
matched.
like the
So
main
yeah,
bulk of it is the
yeah,
same,
yeah,
but the
yeah,
bits in the middle is
yeah.
where the gold is.
That's it. Yeah,
I don't think I don't think they're going to do Flood when I see them, and I wouldn't do Flood if I was in a stadium during the day where I'm the warm up act.
yeah.
I
No,
pers-
it's
I wouldn't do Flood. I'd say Flood for the headline show, and that's another kind of regret of mine is that I will never see. Well, not never see, but
yeah,
I haven't seen Flood done live, and I don't.
yeah.
Did
Is
Flood ever get done live by the Pantera?
yeah. They
Do you know?
played it.
They did do
Not
it.
not when I see them, or because mind you, the only time I saw them on that tour, well, it's the fucking only time they played over here on that tour was Ozfest '98, and that was like I say, middle of the day thing. But they did
Yeah, that,
play it
that that's
on
not the song to play
no,
during the day to a bunch of
no.
pissheads in the
They
field.
did play it on the all like in America and all that. But yeah,
But Flood is a
floods,
masterpiece.
floods. Yeah,
But
they're a
before
few albums
Flood,
early.
there was
Came.
other masterpieces. But the
Oh,
first
this is
masterpiece,
this
you've been
is
looking forward to talking about this all day, haven't you?
Track
I know
5.
because I have as well.
It's fuck's sake. This is the song that got me into them.
Really?
Yep. Well, the first time I heard Pantera, I heard I'm Broken because it was 94. 5 Below
Yeah.
Driven was out, and I fucking hated it. I absolutely hated it because it came at the wrong part of my journey. I hadn't yet discovered Sepultura,
Yeah.
so I'd missed a vital part from your Maidens and your Metallicas to Pantera. I missed a vital part, so I wasn't ready.
I'm listening to you. I'm just looking for
Yeah.
something. But yeah.
But
Oh, here
then
we go. Found it. Yeah.
me and
Go on.
my old mate, we used to hang out. My old mate Dave, we used to hang out all the time, and he was into his pop punk and all the rest of it. But he had a sort of broader knowledge on metal than I did, and he had a certain soundtrack album, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and this song from Pantera was on the soundtrack, obviously edited. They cut out the intro, but that's the first time I heard Cemetery Gates. And I just remember it going off like a fucking nuke in my mind. It was like,
Well, yeah, the first time I heard Cemetery Gates would have been watching the Cowboys from Hell video.
yeah,
So the single edit is what I
yeah.
knew. I didn't actually hear the full length until I bought the
So he
album.
bought the album, exactly.
And
Yeah,
I don't regret that. I think I'm quite glad I got the abridged version before hearing the thing because it
yeah,
just
because you did
made
a.
it
Mhm.
made hearing that the first time just that much sweeter.
Oh,
But
mate,
while we're
what
talking
a
about the
fucking, what a
first,
fucking riff.
oh yeah, that was good enough on its own,
Do you know
you know.
what I mean? What a riff! What a fucking.
And when it finally kicks in, when I
Oh yeah,
first heard the introduction, first heard it, I was like, oh fucking, this is amazing. What like fuck, like, you know. And you hear that, and then there's damn, you know, you're like, oh,
yeah. The thing
I'm
is,
like that. I'm
you
like that.
you heard that. My version didn't have that.
No,
It
that's what
comes
I'm
straight
saying. The
in.
first
Yeah,
time I heard Cemetery Gates was watching
yeah,
the video. I didn't
yeah,
hear the intros that I bought the album,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I did hear Cemetery Gates edited first. That's what I'm saying
yeah,
because it kicks in with the video, doesn't it?
yeah,
But hearing the intro for the first time,
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
whilst already knowing the song,
Which apparently
it's like
Rex
that Vince
wrote.
McMahon meme. You know the
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah,
you know, that's
yeah.
what it was like.
Apparently Rex wrote that. The intro, the acoustic intro was Rex.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you
Fuck,
go.
fuck
You
Rex.
you
Yeah,
Rex
fuck
haters.
Rex.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was the fucking missing link in the band.
yeah.
Fuck you. There you go.
But the song, man, and obviously you get that ridiculous riff out of the way that no other guitarist would have written ever. And then when it kicks into the when it say it kicks in, it drops down, and you get the verse, and you get Phil singing like fucking angel,
Singing like a metal god. Yeah.
and you get a perfectly produced. You got Dimes picking, you got Rex's bass, you got Vinny's drums. You can hear everything,
Yeah.
every little
If
thing.
I ever met Phil, do you know what I would ask him? I'd be like, right, Cemetery Gates, how long did that take you? Because when
Oh man,
all alone and the narrow is now, and
what a
he hits that.
he does, doesn't he?
And
Fuck
he
man,
does that professionally. How many?
yeah,
No. How many times you go? No, do it again. Do it
yeah.
again. You know. And and that's the thing as well. Like
I mean,
Phil did have like that. He had that classic
oh, he did.
that pipes. You know, he
Yeah, I
was
did,
Rob
man.
Alford. He was Jeff Tate.
Yeah, he was.
He
Yep.
could go down that path if he wanted
Yeah,
to. And I do. You know, regrettably, I do think he lost it. If you don't lose it, you lose it. You know, and
yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, but I've jumped, skipping ahead. But by the time you get back to reinventing the steel, he's not there, but he's more like this than he is Phil of '94.
yeah, but come on, the reinventing the steel tour. There's some
He was fucked because
yeah.
his back was fucked, and he was he was injecting anything to stave off the pain. But in the studio, he was
Yeah.
he was trying to push himself again. But anyway,
Mm.
we're 10 years down the line.
Yeah.
But this fucking song, I mean, the solo,
We haven't
man.
even spoke about it properly. Can we just let's that fucking intro.
I know.
That beautiful guitar,
Yeah,
a beautiful melody.
the
Is
singing.
that piano or just bass? That boom,
No,
boom.
it's
The way it's just, you
just the
know,
four guys, man. There's no.
and you know, and I don't know what the lyrics. You know, it sounds like he's telling a story, but it does feel like
Yeah, I
there's
think it's about
pain in the
someone who's
vocals.
lost someone close or whatever. It's quite
And
sort of
it
almost cliched lyrics, but
in that solo, it's
I,
spine chilling.
yeah,
And even then, the solo makes the hairs on your neck stand up as it is.
it does.
But even then, with if you completely edited out that solo, the melody on its own would speak for itself. Like,
Yeah,
and then it goes back into it again.
yeah,
And then it just builds up and builds up.
yeah.
Oh fuck!
Oh fucking hell, man! Yeah, it's like the old goosebumps now. Fucking
Yeah,
hell, you know. It's just
I'd love to learn that. Do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to learn that on piano. And like when you
yeah,
see these train stations where they just put a piano out,
yeah, yeah.
and
Just go and drop it.
you know, and just walk. TikTokers do it, don't they? They go, "Oh, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
going to play this song." Just just see if
yeah.
anyone picks up.
If anyone
But
notices it, yeah,
it's fucking amazing.
yeah.
It's fucking amazing. And
What a song?
how fucking dare you say this band are a bunch of fucking rednecks that had no
I know,
talent and
I know.
couldn't play for shit
Like,
and
yeah,
fuck you.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
four of the most four of the most talented musicians I've ever seen, I've ever heard, and the ultimate case for me of lightning in a bottle. Never again
Yeah.
will you
I
get
remember I
what?
remember I was at a fucking party at my uncle's house, or not party, but I was at my uncle's house, and I've got my uncle, and my two cousins, and my cousins is my cousin that gave me like my first Faith No More album. Like first, he got me set up, sort of, so to speak. And we were talking about a band, and so I was there, but my cousin's mate was there as well. Fuck me, we're going off on tangents tonight. But we was talking about a band, and we went to see them live, and we really got into them, like because my uncle is on he knows his music, yeah, and he discovers obscure stuff. And if my uncle ever did a YouTube channel, you're all in trouble. But he and my cousin's mate, he's like, yeah, I don't really like him. He meant, what do you mean don't like him? And we went, well, I don't really like. I was like, what do you mean don't like him? And I don't know, just for some reason, this just made me think of it. And he kind of went out the room, and the conversation moved on. And my uncle just like burst back into the room and went, "All right, who's better than him then?" And he went, "Thingy, who's better than him?" He was like, well, I don't know. Like the conversation moved on. He was like, "Well, you're the one that started." Like
Yeah,
it's like he slagged off a family member though, but the way he
yeah,
just came back into the room and went, "All right, who's better than him then?" And yeah, all right, Cemetery Gates, arsehole, who's better than him?
yeah,
You know. Anyway, I'm getting agitated,
yeah. But no,
but it pisses
like I
me
said,
off. It really pisses me
yeah,
off because like you weren't there. You fucking obviously weren't there, and if you were there, you're being dishonest.
yeah,
It's yeah. Who was better than them?
yeah.
Who else was doing what this band were doing?
No one,
Who
no
else
one.
did what this band did? This band kept metal on the map. I know
For
metal
10 years,
went
yeah,
underground, and
yeah, and all that, yeah,
I know you were all listening to Incantation when you fucking weren't. You all
yeah,
fucking if Incantation were as big in real life as they were on the internet, and I'm not just respecting
yeah,
Incantation. Incantation are cool, but you know what I'm getting at.
yeah, yeah,
You know, with your back patches,
yeah,
but it's it pisses me off. It's. and it's the way that yeah, it's the way history is just being rewritten. It's
Yeah.
you know,
But no, this is
this
this
isn't
band.
Disturbed for fuck's
No,
sake. This isn't new metal. This you don't get just to write this band off.
no.
But
This band this band are in the running. If there's a top 10 of metal bands that did something that actually did something, not just existed and gave great music, because loads of bands do that. But when you're talking about the 10 bands that shaped it all, Pantera slap bang in the middle of that.
yeah, if
Got
Pantera is as shit as you make it out, try rewriting, try writing a book about the history of metal and
and
not
not, yeah,
including them. How about
exactly.
that? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's it. And like I say, this song and this solo for Cemetery Gates, this song is in the argument for greatest heavy metal song of all time. It's
yeah.
up there with fucking Number of the Beast. It's up there with Hallowed Be Thy Name. It's up there with Master of Puppets. It's up there with Painkiller. It's up there with Eyes of a Stranger. It's in the argument, as greatest heavy metal song ever
It's up there
fucking.
with You Suffer.
Yeah,
Do you
but
know what
it's
that
like,
is?
this is,
Do you know what
it's
that
one,
is?
yeah, mate,
What
one.
is it? Yeah, the second long
Yeah,
song.
the second long song. Yeah, see, you thought you catch me out, you fucking poser.
Yeah.
I was listening to metal when you were itching your daddy's
I was
pants.
in Baghdad when you was in your dad's bag. Yeah.
Yeah. Always remember me giving you that symbolic CD, boy.
What a monster you created, eh? What a golem that has come back to haunt
Yeah,
you.
fucking right, yeah. But no, this is. I mean, we're halfway through it, and you've already got one of the finest fucking songs that's ever going to be written. It's that fucking good, and we ain't even got to that bit at the end where they're dueling. Right,
Well,
you go
this is
higher.
how good it is.
No,
This
you
is how
go
good.
higher. No, you fucking go higher.
Yeah.
It's three times they call and return.
Mm.
It's just like that is the fucking hairs on the back of your neck standing up. It is. It's one of them I was there moments. The first time you heard Cemetery Gates, you're like, where was you? Oh yeah, I was here.
But again, I can't not. We could do a podcast on this song.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, I forget the guy's name. He's got shitloads more subscribers and viewers than I have anyway, so fuck him. But he's is it Varvas or something like that? He does a song analysis on Cemetery
Oh,
Gates.
I know. Yeah,
And I
I
sent you
haven't
the
seen
video,
him,
and
but I know him.
that
Yeah.
guy's fucking, he's awesome. I watched this guy's channel, and I actually get jealous watching it because I'm like, yeah, this channel's really better than mine. But and he's done death songs, he's done Nevermore, done like the way he just breaks the song apart and plays the melody and just sort of breaks it apart and then studies the lyric. But he did a deep dive on Cemetery Gates, and what a great tribute to the song. But as beautiful and melodic and that introduction is, we get a fucking even better solo when it face the cemetery, dun 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 dun, and as much as we're
Yeah.
talking about the high notes, that the way he just
Yeah.
says
Where
it
he
in that rate,
slams it
and then
down.
that
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
again, and the fucking the you know when you've had someone close to you die and you visit their grave, that melody in that solo captures that
Yeah.
emotion perfectly. Like the Dimebag sung through the frets, like
Yeah.
he wrote stuff that you couldn't put into words.
Yeah.
You know? And that solo, and it's just that beautiful mournful melody, and then it just builds up into this,
Oh, fucking done it in
and
this amazing
you can
fucking
sit there
solo.
in this, Van Halen would have been proud to have wrote that. And
Yeah.
it's technical, it's thingy, but it's still beautiful. It's still melodic, and it's still the rage that you feel. It's still there. That's the best. That's the best thing I can sum it up. it has a rage to it. It has an anger.
Oh yeah, yeah, fucking hell. The music tells a story, doesn't it? And
All
you
the
know,
therapists in the world could not drag that
yeah,
out of you.
exactly.
I think I've summed up Cemetery Gates there, really.
Yeah, I
I
mean, and
don't
like I
think.
say, you get then they cap it off the way they end it. I mean, fucking hell, it's the ultimate midway point of an album. It's like there you go,
Yeah,
bosh. And like I say, most bands would have fucking killed to have written a song like that.
yeah,
Literally killed.
yeah. People have sold their soul to the devil for less.
Yeah,
Um, and they nicked the title off of a Smiths song. Moving on. Domination.
don't even bring fucking Smith.
Yeah,
Domination, the immortal first take like a motherfucker. One take. Because I always wondered what he said.
yeah.
And it's only recently I found out. And it's only recently I found out that it was true. First take. Bosh.
Who did the first take?
I think it was, Vinny, because I think they recorded the drums first.
Do you reckon
And
he
Vinny went
did it
through
at the
it.
end? Do you reckon he shouted it at the end? They just put it at the beginning. Oh, fuck me,
No,
you've done
no,
that.
no, that was it. He was so confident. He was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to nail it.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, right, so go on then,
Like a
go.
motherfucker.
First take like a motherfucker. Yeah,
He's like, Bosh, done. No fucking about. And what a fucking tune, man. And arguably the greatest breakdown, beatdown, whatever you want to call it, ever.
yeah. Again, oh, Pantera. They're a fucking stupid person's band, aren't they? Imagine
Yeah,
listening to this. Yeah, well, who's your favourite band, arsehole? Get
yeah,
your band to put the whole of fucking Moscow, because that's pretty much who it was, because the
yeah.
Soviet fucking the Iron Wall fell, Iron Curtain fell, the
Iron
wall,
Curtain, yeah,
you know, and this was the first rock concert to go there, and then
yeah.
dun, 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 and then
They
right,
opened it, didn't they?
bum 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 bum, and then you watch literally an ocean of people,
Yeah.
bum 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 bum
As
bum, bum. Yeah,
there was there's conflicting things, but it's anything between 500,000 to a million people, wasn't it? Was
yeah,
there?
yeah. No, name your favorite band
Right.
that
You
did
have to
that.
bear with me because I'm changing locations because
Okay.
my poor old wife needs to get up for work at shit o'clock in the morning, and I've
And this is 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're not even halfway through the
yeah.
album.
So I've
Oh
said
yeah,
to her,
this is why we was doing it. We had to get through those first four albums in order
yeah,
to.
yeah. So I'm gonna vacate and not be an arsehole of an husband. So, so it's gonna get dark until I get downstairs. Going on a tour of my house.
It's looking like a found footage horror film at the moment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because I haven't put the lights on. Bear with me.
When the
Oh
lights
fuck me,
go on,
that's
there's
bright.
like a figure in the corner. What the fuck?
Yeah, and that was the last we saw of Luke. Right, am I there?
Yeah, you're there.
Cool. Right, yes. So
But even before we get to that beatdown, it's
oh
such a
fucking hell,
catchy
yeah, man.
song. It's so, you know,
And it's tight as fuck as well. It ain't. Do you know what I mean? It is unbelievable musicianship. Tight, tight playing. Fucking ridiculous.
mm. And
But
then again, not only do we have the biggest beatdown in the world, so it's like literally just wipes out the entire hardcore scene, but
yeah.
you get a fucking shredding solo over the top of it. I
Oh,
mean,
don't you? Fuck's sake! It's just ridiculous, mate.
this album, guys, I know you're all taking it for granted, but this album is a box of chocolates. I mean, it's just it's a Texas barbecue buffet. What more do you want?
Yeah.
There's ribs, there's brisket, it's got everything.
I mean, yeah. It's like you say, you get that beat down, that solo. I mean, fucking hell. It's the riff that how many people have stolen since it was done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember when God forbid did the Gone Forever album, and they ended the album with a song called Judge the Blood, I think it's called, and they said they were recording it, um, and Diamond Vinny stopped by one day,
All
and
right. Yeah.
Doc said I was so happy they were there. I said, "Oh, come and check the album out," and we played them this song, and at the end he said the fucking riff is just a blatant rip off of Domination, and when it kicked in, he went like this. He was like, "Oh fuck." And Dime looked at him and went, "Domination!" And he said, "Yeah, man, so I stole your riff." And apparently Dime went, "No, man, we're sharing riffs." And he fucking loved it. He didn't give a shit. What
Exactly,
a
because he
legend of a
wasn't
player.
he wasn't insecure.
No,
Like, yeah,
exactly.
nick my riff all you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I mentioned it before, that Who song. The when they were talking about, do you remember we was talking about how everyone's getting sued for nicking songs?
Yeah.
And I think there was a couple, weren't there? There was a
That
couple
was
of
it.
people that
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to pay out a load of money to people, and Ed Sheeran went into court with a guitar, literally went into court with a guitar and like played these four notes
Yeah.
and then just started singing like I think he sung like 12 songs using those
Yeah.
four
Using his four
notes
chord. Yeah, yeah.
and just said like this is how easy it's done. Like I've literally got six strings. What do you want me to do? Sort of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's I brought the lyrics up. The Who. The song is called "All This Music Will Fade," and it's I don't care if you want to hate this song. No, that's the wrong one. I Where is it? There's something. Oh, here we go. I don't mind other guys ripping off my song. I'd be a liar if I said I never did no wrong. This sound that we share has already been played and it hangs in the air. And that was Pete Townshend's reaction to
Yeah, yeah.
what was going on. I don't care if someone rips my song. I'll be lying if I never, you can't have a go at someone for nicking off you when you've nicked off everyone else's yourself.
That's it. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is what we do. This is waves in an ocean. It's you're never going to write anything that hasn't been written before. You're just not, and that applies to everything: music,
Hmm.
stories. You know,
Yeah.
where were we anyway? What song are
We're
we on?
Domination. We've just
Yeah,
the greatest breakdown riff, possibly until Pantera write the next one. But now how many people? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna no, I'm not gonna say it because I'll contradict myself. I'll say it in a minute. So now, obviously, we've done track six. Where sort of I don't know. This probably would have been the first track of first song of side B back in the day. So we go into Shattered. Now, to me, this is the first callback to what was before.
yeah, you are right. I've just looked it up on the vinyl, on the original vinyl. Yeah, Shattered Open Side B.
Yeah. So side A, what a side A! Fucking hell,
It's the
what a
greatest
ridiculous.
side A.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous, though, man. I'll still stand by what I said with Maiden, but that rivals it. How
Yeah,
can it not? How can it not rival it? But yeah, so Shattered begins side B, and like I say, it's the first throwback to what was come before. The full-on high pitch. This is Pantera calling back to what they come from.
yeah,
Phil's vocals are just off. I mean, that insane guitar, kick drum, fucking just tight as fuck.
yeah. It's quite a straightforward song as well. It's
It
just
is.
much and it's yeah. Phil is carrying this one. It is the
Yeah.
vocals that
Yeah, his vocals ridiculous. For me, it's a drop off in quality, but fucking hell, I mean, I can't blame the lads for taking a bit of a breather. Do you know what I mean? And ironically, taking a breather with probably the fastest song on the album.
Don't forget as well after the solo that sort of machine gun.
Yeah, it's stupid. it's a ridiculous bit of
That's the
drumming.
thing. That's what the point I was making earlier. Though it's the little interlude. It's the little connectiony bits.
Yeah, yeah,
That's where the real gold is. It's just these little bits that could have made a song on their own, but it's just like no, just stick that little nugget
yeah,
there, and you can just study that forever.
yeah.
But
But
yeah,
this is straight up thrash metal, really, and it's like
mm, yeah. I mean, again, you the metalheads can go, oh, thrash metal. This wouldn't have been out of place on Kill 'Em All.
no,
Don't kid yourself. You know. So right, clash with reality. It's
yeah.
now this is
Apparently this was one of the last songs written as well. This and Primal Concrete Sledge weren't
well
part of the original demo album.
that opening,
Oh yeah,
that's just signature Pantera, isn't it? That
yeah.
is what
You
we
got
would.
Vinny's crazy drum intro, and then him and Dime tight as fuck. But it's a mental riff.
Mm.
Clash with, and it gets right heavy in the middle, then it slows down when
Yeah,
Dime solos
nice,
over it.
nice sludgy. That's the thing as well. Primal Concrete Sledge. It's just it's describing the sound, isn't it? Like
Yeah, it is. Yes.
if you could
Yeah.
summarize
No, you're right.
Pantera
You've hit the nail on
in
the head there.
three,
Yeah, they're describing what it is. Yeah.
and that middle of this song, that dun, 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 it
Yeah.
is. It's primal because it goes back to that bass. This channels the bass instincts. It's concrete because it's fucking solid and fucking hard as a rock, and it's sledge because it's thick as fuck, and you have to
Yeah.
fucking wage your way through it. Yeah, it's the Pantera sound, and it's demonstrated in this song.
Yeah. So
Um,
it's weird because Shattered and Clash with Reality were probably my two, well, them two and Primal Concrete Sledge probably my least favorite songs on the album. It's ones I hover over the skip when these come on. It's like, oh, do I? Oh, I don't know how you feel about them.
so where you say this is your favorite album,
Yeah.
it's not a perfect album.
No, it's not a perfect album,
Is
but
there an
there is
album?
there
But
isn't a perfect Pantera album.
that's where I was going. Okay, you already answered that
Yeah,
question.
there isn't a perfect
Right.
Pantera album. There isn't one album where there's not a track that you go, ah,
Hmm.
they
But
were,
the meat far outweighs the bones. Yeah.
oh, fucking hell, yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, fucking hell, we don't expect them to write Seventh Son of Seventh Son. That's not what this band are about,
Hmm.
you know? We don't expect them to write Painkiller. That's not what this band are about. They're about fucking putting it out there, and they're gonna miss a few of the bullseyes. But they're so consistently hitting the other fucking bullseyes, you don't care about the filler tracks. You'll
Yeah.
go, yeah, that's all right, boys. You can have them.
Yeah. Close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Because what they've written up until this point and after this point
Yeah. They might not have
fucking
always hit the
puts the
bullseye,
album up
but
a pedestal
they
anyway.
sure as shit never missed the bold.
No,
Yeah.
that's it. They might have got a few fucking treble fives, but yeah, they weren't in the black.
So
But now, like I say, that's what I wanted to say just now. We've got these two. A lot of people might disregard side B. They might go, "Oh, fucking Cowboys from the Altar Domination, perfect," and then never bother to turn it over. You would be a fool if you didn't turn this album over,
yeah, but
because from now on out, it's nothing but bangers, in my opinion.
it's not as if the band ever played the songs live or did videos or
I know
it's easy for these songs to get buried
it
because
is.
well they got buried.
Yeah, they did, but fuck's sake, I mean, it starts off. You're starting with fucking. It's Message in Blood, isn't it? His
Yeah.
next track, isn't it?
No,
Fuck's sake,
Medicine
what?
Man.
Medicine Man. Get me track listings mixed up. Medicine Man. The way it sort of fades in with a drum fill, the drum intro,
And you
and the
got the
bass
clink.
fucking
Yeah.
rumbling along. What a fucking song.
And you got that weird so ding
Yeah, the use
ding
of
with the
dynamics
spoken
is
word over the thing
yeah,
and
The use of
and then
dynamics
it
is
just
so
kicks it
good
with a
because
high pitched and that.
yeah, what a riff that
Again,
is,
you
man.
always get a riff that you're not going to forget. You're always going to
Yeah,
get that hook.
yes, and that riff is that, and to say the dynamics, they're fucking up here, then they're down here, and they're back up, and they're down again. It's such a fucking great song. Fucking love it. I can't when this comes on in the car, it's like it's always turned up.
You can't beat a deep cut.
Nah,
That's
oh man,
the joy
there's
of going through these albums like we do on this show, like I do even on my retrospectives and that. It's the stuff we know is the stuff we know, but let's dive in and
yeah, let's
get to
dive in. Yeah,
the
that's right,
gems. You know,
exactly. And this is one of them. Fucking, it's such a good song, man. And this is where Terry Date's production really lends itself. There's so much weight in this, so much weight.
mm.
Fucking
Oh
great
yeah.
song.
I mean, it worked out the way it worked out, and they kept him as well. I think Terry Date pretty much produced everything they did for the rest.
Yeah, he did until he couldn't handle the drinking anymore. And that is literally what it is.
Yeah.
He said he got to the point, they asked me back, and I was like, nah, fuck no, I can't do it no more. Because he said they'd be pouring black tooth grins. And
Making him do
they'd be fucking him and Vinny and Dime would be slamming them down. And he'd turn himself to the side and sort of slam it past his face and go, oh
yeah.
yeah. And he said Dime caught him once and he made him drink twice as much.
Listen,
And he said they just couldn't.
I am not a shot guy. You used to be. I remember back in the day,
Yeah,
you
I
used to
was
love
there.
your
That
shot.
was
I
fucking
love
savage. That
that,
was, man.
but I am not a shot guy at all. Those
No.
days are past me, and there's nothing worse than when I'm out. Should we do shots? It's for fuck's. Here
Yeah,
we
no.
go. I'm like, no, I just like no, I'm not doing them. And you know what? I won't be blackmailed either. I think I bought you one. I go, well, that's your fault. I
Yeah.
said no.
Yeah,
Ain't my
exactly.
fault you
Yeah.
bought it, and I won't do it. I used to do the whole, but no, I'm thinking, no, what? Fuck it. Why should I?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah.
into that
And
anymore.
yeah, my shot days are over. I don't mind occasionally, and it is occasionally. I don't mind. I used to be into rum, but I'm getting into bourbon now. But either a bourbon or a rum with some ice in it, and I just sip. Just no shots, no bosh. It just and I'm and I just zone out, and
Yeah.
that's it. That's as far as shots go with me. But yeah, fuck shot. I'm getting painful. Oh god. Oh yeah, I'm hungover now just thinking about it. Yeah. God, fond memories, but I ain't going back.
Oh,
Eh,
been invaded. Come on, you fucking loser. Get down here. Come on. There you go.
It's all right. We I'll be. I'm surprised I'm not had scratches on the door yet.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sock dog.
yeah, either sock dog or the junkyard dog, one or the other.
Right. So, yeah, Medicine
Where are
Man.
we
What a
now?
fucking song. And
Yeah, no, it's a deep cut. It's a cool song, and
yeah,
it's kind of unique to this album as well.
it is.
So
Yeah.
let's
Like
get
that
into.
again, it's like you say, it's why it's unique because there's no other Pantera songs like this later on.
Mm,
This is a time capsule.
yeah, it's an odd album, man. In retrospect, it is. It's so funny
Play.
and you just think of so many. It's just like a shopping list of metal. I remember someone
Hmm.
saying like,
Yeah.
if you could give an alien like a metal album,
Yeah.
or if you just went like, what's heavy metal? What are you on about? What
There you
album would
go.
you give them? I think this must be
Cowboys.
it
Cowboys from
because
hell.
it just covers
Everything.
so much. There's
Yeah.
literally again name another album that just covers the full spectrum, you know.
Yeah. No, there ain't one.
But yeah, let's get into message in
Message
blood.
in Blood. Fuck me. I love this. When he
What's
fucking when Phil's caught, it's a message in blood. That's
But it's
fucking what.
another start stop song, isn't it? It's another one of those
Yeah.
songs that it goes all quiet and
Yeah.
weird
And
and
it's quite mad because if you listen to the demo of this, it doesn't. it carries on, and it's
Right.
really weird. You know where it stops, doesn't it?
To be honest with you, mate, I listened to the demos today on my way home
Oh,
from work.
yeah,
So I listened to them. I've had once and once only, and yeah, they feel a bit rough around the edges. But I was
yeah.
expecting. Should we get into it later? But I thought there would be that power metal Cowboys from Hell, and then the demos would be like, now it all makes sense. But to be honest, I didn't think they were that different. I thought,
No, they weren't. They're pretty fully
yeah,
formed. Like I said, the only thing that really changed was Phil's vocals.
yeah,
They've gone from being full on to having that bit of grit about them,
mm,
still being high, but having a bit of balls.
yeah. I wonder
And
if,
that's like I say, I think that's the only thing that really changed. They were pretty fully formed. There's few tweaks here and there, but
yeah,
again, this is another brilliant deep cut that people miss out on. Probably, if you said to them what Pantera song, "Message in Blood," they'd be like, eh?
yeah, yeah, you know.
Casuals.
And what a chorus as well.
Oh yeah,
But
it's brilliant. Like where it just screaming at the top of my lungs driving home, sort of thing. So good.
should we move on to the sleep?
The Sleep, another fucking totally unique song. Sounds it's
Yeah,
got more in common for me. It's got more in common with Sepultura from like Beneath the Remains and Arise.
yeah,
With that
okay.
old acoustic intro and that
Yeah,
sort of thing really brings that sort of vibe about to it.
and it's another cool. Again, group. Yeah.
Oh, Dime's fucking the riffing, man. It's just it's on another level. All the other guitarists in the world must have been looking at this going, fuck's sake, because it is totally inventive.
Yeah, I mean, again, I could go on another rant. I'm not going to because it's people are going to
No,
get
you've been on
bored.
enough.
But it is though. It's just again, you don't get it. The internet wasn't there.
Yeah,
Metal became a dirty word, and these people went,
yeah,
"No, fuck you. It's not.
yeah.
There's
That's
nothing
it.
wrong with us." You know,
Exactly. It was heavy metal, wasn't it? Keeping it fucking alive, flying the flag for it.
when the originals were the first to abandon it as well. Not all the originals, but you know who. And yeah, and they're just like, nah, nah. I mean, Dimebag had a fucking the British steel razor as a
Yeah, as a
necklace,
necklace. Yeah,
you know. It's got cool. Do you know what? We're giving people props. We're giving Overkill props. King's X. Who else did you talk about earlier? George Lynch.
yeah,
This song, my friends, Jeff Waters, Annihilator. And we're
yeah,
talking about when the people give a producer an album, and go, look, this is what I want.
yeah,
And when Megadeth were recording Rust in Peace, they were all jamming Alice in Hell by Annihilator. And this bit, they're still clean acoustic guitar. Jeff Waters, baby. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I've
Give
never
him his
never
due.
really been into Annihilator. So
I'm going to do a retrospective on them one day. When that never ending list. But yeah,
yeah.
Annihilator, I'm a big fan. But yeah, I'm
But
trying to.
no, I love this because it's such a different song on the album as well. It's another sort of ballady type one. Obviously not in the same fucking ballpark as the Americans like to say as Cemetery Gates, but it's a metal power ballad, and Summer Dime's playing in it is
It's a
fucking
dark. I
phenomenal.
think this is quite a dark song. Do you not think
It
it's got
is it is dark, yeah,
it's got a spooky vibe to it, you
yeah,
know?
it has, yeah.
And
But the main riff, like after feels like "Will we survive the sleep?" Dun, 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 dun. It's like what a riff that is. Who's fucking writing that? No one. No one except Dime.
yeah,
And then
it
the
brings me. Do
solo over it as well. Fucking just
you remember that film Salem's Lot?
yeah,
Do you remember when they originally dropped the coffins off? They're like, I don't know. I've just been given these big boxes. I've got to pick them up here and drop them off there. Do you want
yeah,
help? Yeah. And then they're dropping them off, and they're like, this place is fucking something don't feel right around here. Like, just get them off the truck and put them where I'm meant to put them.
yeah, yeah,
And then they're thinking, did you hear that? I don't know. Let's just get in a truck and go home. This
Yeah,
song feels like that. That
yeah,
drive home, like something was weird there, and I don't know what. And I
yeah. No, mate, you're right. Yeah,
and there's something lurking out there, and I don't know what it is, but I just want to fucking get this journey over and get. It feels like this was the song that was playing in the radio when they were driving home. You know, it's got
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
eerie feeling to it.
yeah. Big time. But
Right.
it is. But it's a one again. People are going to miss out on.
Yeah. No, there's gold on this album.
Yeah,
There's songs that you've heard a million times and you're sick of. I get it. I get it. But
and there's songs you probably
you're
never
sick of
heard.
them. You're sick of them for a reason, folks.
Yeah,
Sometimes the cliches are true, but there's hidden gems on this as well,
yeah.
and the second half is well
Oh
worth
fucking hell! It's amazing.
re-investigating in. And
And if you're
here's
gonna
another
end,
song. Go
if you're
on.
gonna end an album, this is how you fucking do it.
Yeah,
I
and this
remember the
is
first time I heard this. I was obviously I played the shit out of fucking Cowboys and Cemetery Gates and Domination and fucking Heresy and all the rest of it. And then I don't think I'd ever fucking got this far. And I'm just sitting there, laying on my bed, like in my bedroom when I was still living at my parents' house, and I'm fucking got the telly on, like on mute, as you fucking used to do, so you'd have something to look at while you're listening to music. And this come on. And the intro starts, obviously bass and drums, Rex and Vinny, tight as fuck. And then the riff comes in. And I
yeah.
fucking bolted up and I was like, what the fuck is this? I couldn't believe I hadn't heard it before. Oh, fucking hell, mate. You're a
Yeah,
thrash metal riff, but like no other thrash band could write. And then when Vinny comes in with his choice of drums, where it's the staccato, like really staggered, jumpy, off time. Fuck me, what a song, man. And then it kicks in and just lays waste to everything. And they used to play it live. Play it live now. Fuck's sake. It's an amazing song. Fucking 100 miles an hour, but not too fast that you can't
and do
keep
you?
up with.
Yeah, but again, I remember this from the Cowboys from Hell video, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
again they do it
From
live,
Foundations Forum. Yeah.
and it's fucking awesome as
Oh,
well.
mate, what a song.
And
What a fucking song.
Bill's not even on the stage; he's just like on the crowd the whole time, going, "This is the art,
Yeah. Yeah.
shredding." Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. This is the art to shred. It's only emotion. And then, oh, mate, fucking hell. Again, a song that most people fucking forgotten even existed. Check out what we're lovingly referring to as side B, the old vinyl. But check out songs fucking 9 to 12. They are just pure and utter bangers.
yeah,
Just check them out from fucking Messaging Blood. Sorry, from Medicine Man to Art Shredding. Fucking hell, what four quality songs.
yeah. Right,
And
we made it. We got there.
hour
Sorry
and a
for
half
the
later,
rants, guys, but
yeah,
we had stuff to get off our chest
we
because
did. Yeah.
being a fucking Pantera fan nowadays is it's like a it's like a
It's a
dirty
dirty
word.
word. Yeah.
It's Pantera have got a stigma for some reason, and I don't know why. And I know Phil is his own worst enemy, and I know
Yeah.
but you're missing the point. That it's don't don't fucking let Dimebag Darrell's legacy get ruined over one dumb
No.
drunken night
One. Yeah,
that was
exactly.
caught on a camera phone. You know,
Exactly.
and it's
Was it ill advised? Of course it was. But it's tell me someone who hasn't said something fucking stupid, you know?
well, tell me you haven't woken up one day going, "Oh, for fuck's sake, I didn't, did I?" You might
Yeah.
have done "Sweet Caroline" on karaoke, yeah,
Yeah.
wherever
You
it
know?
is. It's Tell me you said something you didn't mean,
Yeah.
and now I've imagined that was caught on camera
Yeah. Exactly.
by a stranger,
Yep.
you know, and he didn't fucking mean it. He was fucking
No,
about. He
of
had a
course
thing
he
going
did.
on with
Yeah.
the audience. You've got
Exactly.
there's a guy, the channel's called Some Black Guy. And he went, I don't think so. He
No.
wrote it off. He just went, it's but it's again, this is a music review channel, not a
Not a
character
political
judgment. And
thing. Yeah, yeah,
we all talk about people and whatever, but you know, no matter what anyone does, no matter how bad, within reason, um,
oh yeah, yeah,
all you can do at the end of the day is say I'm sorry, you know, and but that wasn't what it was about anyway. The stigma was there to begin with,
yeah.
and it's when people write off that they were ever a good band, it's just like,
Oh,
oh,
fuck
yeah,
off. Four of the
it's
most talented musicians to ever walk the planet.
and the talent is one thing, but we're not talking about talent. Talent is lovely. We could all do with some talent. What we're talking about, Luke, is chemistry.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
lightning in a bottle.
and
I said earlier.
there is, yeah, all
There's never again for
it's
me
nice to
will.
have both, and not
Yeah,
often you get both.
no, it ain't. But
But
for me, this was the
talent without
pure.
chemistry,
This is the
you know,
purest case of
mm,
four people that were meant to be together in a unit creating music.
mm,
Many bands you got interchangeable. Obviously Metallica have had 1,000 bass players, Maiden have had 1,000 fucking singers or whatever, a different guitarist here and there, a different drummer now, whatever. But I mean, and I'm not saying this about Pantera live now because playing live is a different kettle of fish. But to make these moments and record this music, no other four musicians could have done it.
mm.
No other four. Is there more technical drummers than Vinnie Paul? Yes, of course there is. I can name five without even thinking about it. But no one understood groove like Vinnie Paul. And him and Dime were fucking like that. And then him, Dime, and Rex were like that. And I dare you to find me a rhythm section that is tighter than them three. I'll wait. You won't be able to do it. It won't happen. And it is lightning in a bottle with these four fucking people. And we've seen glimpses of it up until now. And on Power Metal, when Phil finally joined, we saw glimpses in. But this was a fucking marker. This is an album that is unique. I've never heard an album like it since. And this come out 35 years ago. There weren't an
Damn,
album like it before it, and there won't be an album like it again, I don't think.
no, no,
And it's my favourite Pantera album. It's a line in the sand, it's a marker. This is like right. And you said it earlier, I'd never really thought about it before, but if you had to give an alien, someone said to you, what's heavy metal? Give them Cowboys from Hell. There you go. That's heavy metal.
yeah,
Because it encapsulates everything.
yeah.
And it is, for me, like I said, even though there's two
It's
songs,
bang in the middle of the road. It's right, everything before it, and it
yeah,
captures everything that comes afterwards. It's
yeah.
smack bang in the middle.
And like I said, even though there's three songs on it that I've openly admitted that I skip, for me, this is a 10 out of 10 album. No fucking about, no hesitation giving it that.
Oh, and yeah, and you formed a band tomorrow. You'd like to record a demo with the songs as good as the worst two songs on this. You know,
Fucking hell, wouldn't you? Yeah.
yeah,
But no, fucking what an album, man. And the journey starts here finally.
yeah. So here it is, folks. We have hit the gold rush, and it's a gold rush and a half. What we've got to cover in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, Pantera roll. You suck. Being a Pantera fan, you have nothing to be ashamed of, and this is a fucking masterpiece.
They're the second
Um,
greatest band on the face of the earth.
apart from that other band that we've covered. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. The other band we do, our day jobs.
the day job. Yeah, yeah. So, well, if you've made it to the end of this, God bless you. So,
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry about the ranting. Sorry about the thing, but this is what we're doing. We're blowing off steam.
yeah,
We're friends talking about metal. But guess what? You're the friends as well.
yeah.
This is
And we're only
you're
like this because we love metal so fucking much.
you're sitting at the table with us.
Yeah,
The comment section. Have your say. This is your show. And when did you buy this album? Did you ever see Pantera live? What's your favorite song? What's the most underrated song? What's the hidden gem? where were you when you bought it? You know, give us your memories. God knows we've
Yeah.
given you ours, and we're going to be
Yeah.
giving you more as
Yeah.
well. And yeah, what are your memories of Pantera? And just have your say. Have your say. It's there, just down below. Have your say. Join in the conversation. This is us with you. This is your show. And yeah, till then, I'm not going to tempt fate.
Yeah, we've
We're
done that
just going to
before.
say
Yeah.
we will meet again. I don't know where. I don't know
Don't
when.
know when.
But Panteracast will be back. And you know, you won't wait with that. Listen, Luke's hooked now. I know it. And
Yeah.
life gets in the way. We both work. I work the most unsociable hours. Um, but we're doing this because we love it. And yeah, it's going to be a bit more frequent. So, vulgar display of power next. And yeah, what are your closing thoughts on Cowboys from Hell?
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know.
And that's it. Right, folks, we're signing off. If I could just find the stop recording button. Oh, I found it. There you go. Right. Have a good week, everyone.
Yep.
Come join me. I'm doing Samurai season. That's carrying on. I've got a really cool interview coming up. And I'll be reviewing albums as they turn up in the post as well. I haven't got any retrospectives coming up actually because Samurai season's kind of taking up everything. But if
I might have something dropping on my channel as well. That very rarely I do. I've got a certain box set coming tomorrow.
there
Ooh.
you go. Go to Luke's channel.
Might be doing an unboxing.
Look at the box of treasures that he's got, and yeah, I'll be about. So I'll see you soon, one way or another. And yeah, get out of here. That's all I've got today. Go away now, as that other guy says. See you later, folks. Bye.
Later.
Is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it if you're strong enough.